Alright, welcome to the tour of the Final Fantasy VII Sector 5 Church. This one though I based largely off of a single frame screenshot from Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. I know, sad, I know, not using the actual Final Fantasy VII, the original 1997 church, but I ran into issues with that in the sense that the inside and outside don't line up well. The outside is actually very small compared to the design on the inside. So this one basically is based off of that screenshot from Final Fantasy Advent Children. A screenshot as well from, I can't remember if it's a phone game or if it was part of Crisis Core, but there was like a little inside shot that shows a little bit toward the back of the church. Because there's some inconsistency from one game to another. I just kind of picked what looked cool. But it's working well so far. But let's take a little tour on the inside of it. I do work in shaders, and I regret that in some ways, but I enjoy it in others. You get the really cool lighting effects, and I love playing with the lights and shadows on it, placing a lot of lights toward the bottom of windows so you get a cool gradient effect. I really like doing that and trying to intentionally make certain places dark and certain places light. Sadly, it basically has no effect in the base Minecraft game. Minecraft broke its lighting engine a little while back. I can't remember which patch it was in, but it's like originally it was very gradiated lighting back in the old days of early in-dev Minecraft, and then it incorporated a new lighting engine that was very smooth and really good, and then at some point it ended up somewhere in between those two things. It just has kind of been there ever since. You don't really notice it unless you know to look for it. Sorry about that. But I really like how this turned out. You get like certain dark parts and certain light parts. A lot of the windows. Sort of wish I'd gone with like the pink stained glass or maybe a combination, but the white just was looking fine, and I might swap it out later or something. And then I tried to make the parts you don't really see the outside of, like this one here, because you have the little barrel mini game where you had to drop it on the guards chasing you. I actually kind of really like that about the Final Fantasy VII, like the original game, where instead of just a static battle, you'd have almost like a little mini game that was unique to just one little spot in the game. There were so many moments like that. It made the game a lot of fun, and I love this view. And like all recreation builds I try to do, it is spawn proof. So you could drop this into a single player or recreate it in a multiplayer world, and you can actually use the building. Nothing will spawn in here. It's all either slabs or lit just well enough. It all works, even in older versions of Minecraft, where the spawning is easier to happen. But overall, despite having to use Advent Children as part of the inspiration, I actually really like how it turned out. It's a decent looking building. Honestly, it would be fine in things not Final Fantasy. But anyway, everyone have a good one.